this is going to be your Sunday reading. I'm super excited. I've gotten to where I really like these readings. So I'm going to leave this one open, kind of like I did last time. It's going to be a pick a pile on just whatever message Spirit's feeling like you need to hear the most. So 3 piles to choose from. The first pile here is the Crystal Unicorns Tarot. And then pile 2 is the Fairy Tale Tarot. And then pile 3 is the Moon Witch Tarot. And then I also have this Moon Witch, the Oracles that I just got. I'm really excited about them. And we're going to use these as some Oracle cards to start. So that's there. Okay. So guys, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Timestamps will be down below, and I'll see you at your pile. Hey, pile 1. So if you chose the Crystal Unicorn Tarot, this is going to be a reading. Guys, my voice is kind of not so great, so bear with me. So I'm going to go ahead and pre-shuffle all of these out, so y'all can stick around for that. If not, I'll see you in just a second. Okay, pile 1. So let's see what we have. We're going to start with the Moon Witch Oracle here. First quarter, it's time to commit. Wow. Aren't these awesome cards? I love them. It's time to commit. I think that you're sitting in between making a decision right now. And I think your decision sits on 2 different kinds of directions. I think one direction may be a little bit harder or a little bit darker, you know, and another direction may be easier. Part of what they're saying here is that your first impulse should be this decision you take. That's not always the case when making decisions, but what they're insinuating is that when you're making a heavy or hard decision, you tend to make that decision impulsively. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so like whenever you're in a situation where you feel like you're going to lose something, instinctively, what's the first thing that you would grab? Or what's the first thing that you would want to take with you? You know, I always describe it as if you had a fire, if you knew there was a fire coming in your house and they knocked on your door and they said, grab what's most important to you and get out, what would that be? It's like that. It's not to that extent, but it's like that you're sitting here making a choice of that and you have to choose which one it is. It's the only way to see past fear of losing something. So there may be some things that are tied into this where you may be losing some things, but you're sitting in a place to where you know that this is something that has to you have to make this or that kind of direction. And I think you've been sitting in a place to where you've been looking at the positives and the negatives, and you've just been sitting there holding like on to this fear for a while of making some kind of decision. Either way, there's going to be mountains in front of you, you know. But I think that one side of this is definitely going to be easier than the other side. It's the road that's less traveled is the one that you're trying to go down or you want to go down. But what they're insinuating is that you need to make this decision and commit to it so that you can move forward, because that's the first start. Ask for help. Angels are angels are celestial beings who protect everyone. And the fairies say, now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. There's an idea here that you need to kind of reach out. You know, this could be physically kind of asking for help to kind of get you to make that choice. You have two feathers here again. It's kind of, you know, feathers are like a new beginning or hope. And this pink energy here is an energy of nourishment, you know, that femininity that's there, that caring, loving kind of influence that's there. Either this is someone that you're wanting to ask for help, or this is, you know, it's just spirit saying, you know, just to call on us and ask for help, you know. That they can help you and send something to you in your direction to help you make this choice, but you have to call on them for help. For some of you, this is you sitting in a place to where they've been kind of giving you this direction. They've been kind of giving you this idea that you need to, sorry, my cat just hit the window. Maybe you need to get in out of the cold from someone. You know? You may feel like there's someone that needs your help. And so that's why you're struggling, is because you're having a hard time kind of detaching yourself from that. Again, you have this like rock, this mountain. This is the heart chakra, you know, all this green, but this is also about staying grounded. Needing to stay grounded, guys. And then you have this here. There's something here that you may be walking away from. I think that there's spirits here a lot, guys. Helping you to get you through some darkness. You see all these dark clouds? It looks like dark clouds, and then you have this bird here, messenger of spirit, and you actually have an angel here. And you're walking away from something big. There's a house here. She's walking away from it. And she also has a plate on, I don't know what's on the plate, and maybe a flower. It's like you've outgrown something that you need to kind of move or walk away from. There's wheat here, so it's like the Seven of Pentacles, so something that you've been investing a lot of time, or you have a lot invested into something that you kind of need to walk away from. The Forgiver. Woo, man, I was feeling this energy, guys. This is the number 16, which is the Tower in Tarot. I forgive myself and others with compassion for our human frailties. Is it frailties or frailties? That's it. Frailties. Is that how you say it? Anyway, it's not important. The Forgiver. I guess it is important, but I forgive myself and others with compassion for our human frailties. This is forgiving someone for not being able to offer you what it is that you needed, maybe when you asked for help. This is forgiving someone that caused you a lot of pain or hurt. There's something here for some of you. I feel like that there's going to be some sort of tower moment that takes place where you're going to have to either be asking or giving forgiveness, and it's going to be really hard for you. And a part of that is going to leave you with facing some sort of decision here. For some of you, this is just learning how to kind of forgive someone and then walk away. For some of you, this is someone that you've been kind of staying attached to for a long time, and are attached to just an idea of something that someone maybe has done to you that you've just been carrying with you a long time. And it's been really hard for you to be able to see the good and when you're in the dark, and it's hard for you to be able to see the darkness when you're in the good of something. And so it's leaving you in a place that's hard to kind of decide what it is that you should do, because there's ways that this kind of scenario fits into place, but when it feels like it's fitting into place, then it switches to not feeling good. It's just one of those things that there's such a goodness out of something that can lead in one direction, but it's such a road that's uncertain. It's an uncertain path. It's an unknown path. And then there's another direction of this that leads to it's a known path, but it's a lonely one. It's a comfortable path. You're comfortable there, but it still seems kind of lonely in some way. That's why it's such a struggle. There's some abandonment wounds that are kind of coming out here, guys. I'm sure will come out in tarot. There's also I would say that there's significant amount of judgment that goes into this. And it's judging oneself. Also, forgiving yourself, I think, is really important here as well. Especially after making some sort of decision in the future of this. My goodness, guys. And angels are celestial beings who protect everyone. It's interesting when you pray. If you pray, guys, when you pray, or when you just, whatever that is for you, where you connect, when you pray, you need to kind of, when you're not uncertain about a situation, you need to pray for protection for everyone. Because then you're leaving it up to faith instead of putting out there exactly what it is that you wish would happen or want to happen or who you want to be happy about it or this about it or whatever it is. It's just pray to protect everyone in the situation, because it gives spirit a better way of bringing everything together for the highest good in ways that you can't see. We can sit and we can think about a decision and we can worry about it all day long, because we're all putting everybody else in. Especially if it's a decision that affects others, you're putting everybody else in scenarios into that. Think of it like a spider web, how that would start in your mind. You'd start here with you, and then you'd be thinking about this person, and then this person, go that person, that connected to that person, and what's going to happen in this. And my gosh, it just kind of gets carried away. That is anxiety at its worst. And it keeps us stuck. It keeps us in an inability to be able to move forward. So the only thing we can do when we ask for guidance or help is to extend that protection to everyone, so that spirit can look down and see exactly how that's going to affect this person, that person, this person, that person, without judging. They just know. So they can fit direction and what direction that things should happen according to having such a wider range of protection over whom. Does this make sense? It's just kind of like what they're saying here is you're going to have to step into faith. But you need to kind of, I feel like making a decision is something that's going to come out as far as advice. But let's see what's more in depth. I want to know about this, where you're stuck at. Oh, the King of Pentacles in reverse. There's a dishonesty that's here. Something that's, you don't feel grounded here. You don't feel grounded with someone. There could be someone around you feel could be dishonest, or could be not being who you need them to be, or not being. We're going to keep going before I get into any more of that, because I feel like that's just going to be crazy different for everybody. This could also be you, how you feel. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Whew. Some of you are making a decision to walk away from a spouse, or this is a upheaval. There's the King, I feel like, kind of is walking away from this Ten of Pentacles that doesn't feel like it's serving him anymore. And this is a pentacle, so it's something that's grounded in your life that you felt at one point was everything that you needed, or everything that you wanted. This should also represent why this is so difficult. Look at this, the Empress. Look, do you see the wheat? Where's that at? Do you see all the wheat? This is Empress energy. There's a recognition here, Jade may be important. There's a recognition here that you need to recognize who you are and what you can create for yourself. I think this doesn't have as much to do with this scenario as it does just recognizing where you are and how far you've came, and that you can create something new here for yourself. This is something that either you've left behind or you're trying to leave behind. This could also be family. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of family. It's a card of family. It's a card of, a home. It's a card of just wherever all your pentacles are to you. What's most important to you, basically, right now, or what has been for a long time. And recreating something new here with this Empress energy. Recognizing that you can do that. The Sun here in reverse. This is the sadness. This is the lack of clarity that you have. And the Devil. And there it is, right there. There's the darkness and there's the light. Because you don't have, I feel like a part of this has to do with you being able to be in control of seeing the outcome. And that kind of leads me back to having a fear of abandonment in a way. You being afraid that you're going to be abandoned by someone or something. It's heavy. This Empress energy could be, well, it could be you. But it could also be, it could be someone else in your life as well. But really what they're giving me here is this idea that you can create whatever it is that you want and need for yourself. I mean, that's part of this. That's the most significant, I feel. Trying to fix that light. It's not going to work. Okay. This Devil energy here is, this is when all this kind of anxious energy starts to kick in. So when you think about losing this, and creating something new for yourself. I want to create something new here for myself, but I can't see clearly how things are going to work out. It worries me. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't see anything here. The sun is in reverse. That's what creates this dark energy. I'm trapped because I can't see clearly. Why is the King of Pentacles in reverse? This could be about you making your mind up about someone. Why is the King of Pentacles here in reverse? Look at that. Wow. Right when I said that, you have the Knight of Wands here in reverse. So if this is someone, even if this is you looking at yourself, you know, we talked about you forgiving yourself, placing that judgment on yourself. This Knight of Wands in reverse is that hot and cold energy. Someone may be around you that's been giving you very hot and cold energy. It could be someone that you feel as if they're kind of looking out for themselves. This could also be this person kind of doing this in a way to you, and I don't want to make anyone nervous, but we do have this number 16 with the forgiver here. This could be someone that you feel like, for some of you, is coming back in and you're having to forgive, or this person is forgiving you. For some of you, this is someone that you're afraid to lose, but they're giving you a very hot and cold, kind of more self-focused, selfish kind of energy here. And maybe not being honest with you is putting you in the dark, you know? Why is the Ten of Pentacles here in reverse? The Two of Wands in reverse. Plans not working out. Things aren't coming together. This is fear of the unknown, and this is what you're afraid here, is you're going to lose everything. Why is this Empress here? The Four of Pentacles in reverse. You want freedom. You want freedom to be able to create what it is that you want for yourself. In order to embrace a new direction, a new place, a new area, a new something, in order to create something new for yourself, you're going to have to let something go. You're going to have to release the Four of Pentacles to get moving on to what it is that you need. And I think that that's really hard for you to do. Why is the Sun here? The Chariot. You want to be able to move in a direction. Here's that dark and light energy for yourself. But you notice this Chariot is stagnant. And she's literally looking down at the dark and the light, just like it's the dark and the light here. It's time to commit. It's time to commit to you moving yourself in a direction that's best for you emotionally, knowing that. Taking the reins on your own emotions and how you feel about yourself, and what direction that you need to take. Even in the darkness, even when you feel disappointed, you need to be able to get control of your disappointment that you feel and move forward, you know? You know, the sunflowers would die if the sun wasn't coming up. They wouldn't know which direction to look, you know? They wouldn't move if the sun wasn't coming up. They wouldn't expand or grow. If you don't leave things behind and create new things into your life, you can't expand and grow in the way that I think that you really desire. In allowing kind of other people's opinions, or I just heard area of expertise. So I don't know if you have someone in particular that is making you feel like they know everything, but that's so crazy, weird. Anyways, it's like all these other people's kind of input, all of them aren't negative. It's just it's at the point to where you should know by now, you should know yourself well enough by now that you can proceed forward, ask for the guidance that you need, and create something new here for yourself and release some things of your past so that you can grow and get out of this darkness. Why is the devil here? You know, it's time to come out of your shell here. Look at this. And the Hermit in reverse comes out. How funny. That's awesome. This is literally you coming out of your shell, facing the devil, facing your fear. It's time to face your fear, guys. And look at that. You have that piece of jade that's down here. Wasn't that here? Yes. So I saw this here. Where's the other one I saw? Oh, this here. Look at that. That might be very important. So this totally made sense. I had to go look that up. I felt like it was significant here, and I couldn't remember what jade was symbolized, or it was the helpful kind of, what it kind of helped with. And it makes sense to me now because it's on this Empress. It stands for vitality, abundance, and growth. And the affirmation, or kind of the meaning behind that, is I am wealthy and prosperous in all areas of my life. And it made me think about this Ten of Pentacles here. They're wanting you to recognize that you are able to, you can't, the way that you are, and you becoming prosperous, or you becoming like you have everything that you need, it's a mindset of that. You can create that for yourself again and again and again, but you have to have that understanding, and I think that you do. I think that there's just some things that you are having a hard time letting go of, and mostly I think it has to do with your own self-limiting restrictions of the beliefs that you give to yourself about yourself and what you're capable of. I think that if you could see clearly, you feel as if you could move on and face this devil. Also, jade is really good for prayer, you know, and we talked about that, you know, or meditation even, or whatever that, how you connect. It's a good stone to carry. And this looks like obsidian here on this devil. It's like this, where you need to get past this fear. I think that some of you have a fear that you're afraid that you're going to have to go through another healing cycle, and that's going to be something that's really difficult, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to have to heal. You don't want to have to go through this. You may feel like you're kind of, like you, look at that, Six of Swords in reverse. I just talked about you don't want to have to go through this. You don't want to have to go through this again, you know, losing something again. Look, there's your Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and Strength is under that. Whew, man. With Justice and the Four Wands in reverse, with the Lovers, the Seven of Pentacles, which we talked about, and the Ace of Wands. Some kind of new opportunity or new inspiration is here to stop investing in something that you feel like it's not kind of taking you anywhere. You won't have a good outcome in the long run. There's someone here that may just did not choose you, or there may be just a relationship or a connection that's not coming together in a harmonious way. For some of you, this is actually someone that you're leaving behind, either a spouse or something that you imagined coming together with this Four of Wands in reverse. It's a lack of harmony with bringing, I mean, I feel like with the Lovers here, bringing something together. For some of you, this isn't a person. It's just something that you really wanted to work out, something that you really wanted to take place, and it didn't happen. And for some of you, this is kind of like, with this Ace of Wands, it's like you have this new inspired kind of energy to want to make this work. So it's the way out of this. I mean, the way to make that decision maybe look a little different to all of you. But you have justice here. Needing to balance things. That's Jade as well. Jade talked a lot about balance, being able to balance things so that you can have what it is that you need. And there could be someone here that doesn't, it's just not, you can't invest into that. The long-term success there doesn't look good in some kind of way, or something didn't work out that you wanted to work out. Something that you were invested in didn't play out in the way you wanted. And that's kind of karma that's here saying, okay, here I am. I'm going to make justice due to this situation. And strength is here. So there's a call for you to be strong. For some of you, because you're going to have to make this decision. So there's a call here for you to be strong and face your fear. And I mean, this is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is either this is who you're losing, or this is you, and this is you kind of stop giving. This is an energy of you stop giving to something. The Knight of Cups in reverse. Some of you may walked away from someone, or needing to walk away from someone, because it's not giving you what it is that you need. And justice is coming to straighten that out, because it may be something that you haven't done. And that Tower is coming into play. It's almost like Spirit's kind of telling you, we're going to help you. You asked us for help, or you want help, we're going to help you. But you're going to need to hold on, because you're going to have to pull on some strength. You need to do this for yourself and stop giving to this situation if it's not bringing you balance. You have to see past that fear of loss. The Six of Swords in reverse. This is something that you could have gone back to. Something that keeps repeating itself. You know, going back to something that's not good for you. For some of you, this has to do with red flags, okay? Something that you see as red flags, but you're having a hard time letting go of that because of this abandonment that's here and this lonely energy. But it's not a place of being satisfied where you are. You're not satisfied with where you are. It's not fulfilling. Why is this King of Pentacles here in reverse with this Knight of Wands? The Moon in reverse. This is again facing your fear. This is an idea that you have to see past the illusion of whoever this person is that's giving you this hot and cold energy. See past the illusion of this. Something's going to come out, I feel like. Let me ask. What transpires to cause the Moon? On the floor, guys. The Three of Pentacles. That's very interesting. Commitment. Needing to have someone to work with you on something. Can you tell me anything else about the Three of Pentacles? The Nine of Wands. This becoming too difficult. This is hard. Because you feel very committed to this person. Something's going to come up here. The Nine of Wands. Look at this, guys. Something may come up for some of you about a third party kind of thing here. That's not going to resonate for everybody. Only listen to that if you already kind of feel that in eternally anyways. You've already kind of been feeling that way or telling yourself that, okay? But for some of you, this could just be this relationship, the truth about this relationship and how kind of this has been a struggle in a way to stay committed here to this. Seeing past this, you know, the truth of this connection that you have. It's just you wanting to fight for something as well. The truth it being that you want to fight for this partnership. If this is someone that you want to fight for, if this is something that, or you've been trying to fight for, there's some kind of a secret or illusion that you're gonna, this is it, that you're gonna get past. You need to get past. Why is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Wands in reverse, the Four of Swords in reverse? You've been sitting here for too long because you're afraid, I think, of the pain. You have the Eight of, look at this, you have the Eight of Cups in reverse with the Ten of Swords and the Four of Cups. This is it. This is what you've been sitting here for too long. Being afraid to walk away because the ending. Being afraid of betrayal. Being afraid of being hurt. You know that this is going to cause healing to have to take place. That's why you've just been sitting there. You don't want to look at this person in any other way because that pain of that is going to hurt so bad if you have to look at this person in any other way than what you've been wanting here with this Two of Cups and this fighting for this connection, you know? Why is the Empress and the Four of Pentacles here? Reverse. The High Priestess. You have this inner knowing, guys, that you need to release this. Why is the Sun in reverse of the Chariot? Look at this. Wow. Ace of Cups. So you've been kind of sitting and waiting and sitting and waiting and sitting and not moving forward because I think that there's someone here that you love. I think there's someone here that you can't see or understand clearly the love that you feel for this person and how that fits, you know, with your emotional self. For some of you, in order to be able to have a new relationship here, you have to be able to release some things that you don't want to let go of because you're grounded there. This Empress and High Priestess energy is very kind of all-knowing, kind of wise. Very, very, what's the word that I'm looking for? You know this Four of Pentacles has to happen. Why is this Four of Pentacles here in reverse? There's the Tower. You know that this change has to take place. Now it hasn't come down. It's not it's not upright, because it's like Spirit saying you've known this. You've known this, that this has to be let go of, that things have to change. You know that you have to, you know, move from where you are, basically. You know, the Tower here is, you know that it's coming down. You know that it's going to happen. You know, you've known this. You can do this, is what they're saying. You can release this here. Why is the Ace of Cups in reverse? Or why is the Ace of Cups here? Not in reverse. Why is the Ace of Cups here? I mean, yeah, look at that. I was fixing to say, I can't believe the Ace of Cups is upright, but I guess they just want to show me that you still have love here. Because I think that that's what's unclear is love. But I think from the other person, and you have the Lovers in reverse. To clarify the Ace of Cups. That's someone not choosing you, guys. Someone's not choosing you, or this is something that you need to let go of because it doesn't fit with you anymore, you know? You don't, if this isn't a person, it's just something that you know you're not, you need to move on from this wherever you are onto something new, but you have to get your emotions in together. For some of you, you may just keep hoping for this Ace of Cups. And if I can't see clearly, you know, this Ace of Cups, then I'm afraid to move forward. Why is this Devil here with the Hermit in reverse? The Five of Swords in reverse. It's like it's time to stop having this conflict within. It's time to be honest with yourself and kind of move forward, forgive yourself. Why is this Five of Swords here? The Four of Wands. This internal conflict that you're having inside of you that's causing you this disharmony, or this conflict that you're having about this union kind of not taking place. For some of you, this is actually a marriage that I'm seeing here. That's not good. Why is the Four of Wands in reverse? Something's not coming together, you know, harmoniously. And you're needing to kind of forgive that and get past that fear. The Hanged One. There's someone or something here. You need to change your perspective here, guys. Change your perspective of how you're seeing this union take place for some of you. Change your perspective of how you're seeing everything coming together. It's like there has to be a right before, how do I explain this? If there's a wrong, in order to get it right, it has to be kind of straightened out in some kind of way. In order to see past the fear, that something here has got to be straightened out. But it takes you seeing something in a different perspective in order to do that. What's the Hangman in reverse? The Fool. Taking a leap in a new direction. Maybe not being so careless, but being more grounded here can get you towards your goal, what it is that you want. It's weird what I'm feeling, because I feel like things are going to actually come out the way that you actually want them to come out in the end of everything. Like everything's going to come back together. Can you give me anything else here, Spirit, about the future of the Tower in reverse? Yeah, look at that. The Queen of Wands. You're going to be able to be victorious here. You know, the Queen of Wands is seeing yourself in a very good way. You know, being able to have this fire drive back. Moving forward for what's best for her. She knows her value and her worth, all this stuff. Why is the Queen of Wands here? This change. Why is the Queen of Wands here? The Six of Wands in reverse. This is something that you haven't been recognizing about yourself. This is courage. Take something that you didn't triumph in and use that as a way of making things better for yourself. Why is the Six of Wands here in reverse? Look at that, Ten of Swords. Three of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. For some of you, there's someone here, guys, in the Page of Wands with the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Eight of Swords. Something's not manifesting together in the way that you want. It's causing you a lot of stress and anxiety. And someone's coming towards you here. Or you have some sort of message. You need to look at this, okay? Going into this kind of more of a isolated energy or separating yourself from someone or something is actually a good thing. And for some of you, in order to find this place, you need to kind of separate yourself or isolate yourself with this decision that you make. It doesn't need to be everybody else's decision. It needs to be your decision, is what they're saying. Okay, so this tower, this change that's going to take place, you already kind of know that you're going to have to release something. That change is going to happen. They're wanting you to take this in stride. I know that sucks to say that. They're wanting you to forgive the situation, forgive yourself, forgive what's taken place. This ending that's here, this could be a betrayal that takes place, that comes to light. I don't want to get tarot for that because it's going to be different. I feel like for all of you, this is going to mean something different. This could be someone, this could be something, this could be something you're having to leave behind that you didn't turn out. It could be a business. Hey, it didn't turn out in the way that you thought it would. Now you got to leave that behind. Take it in stride and make this, create something new here for yourself and release that and let that kind of go. I mean, this is going to be kind of different. Most of what I'm seeing here is a connection. It could be a spouse. It could be someone that you've been in a long-term kind of relationship with, and something I feel like is going to transpire of this person where it's going to make you kind of change or redirect what you've been kind of holding on to when it comes to this person. This kind of illusion that this person was committed to you in some kind of way may be part of that comes out. Because this is a betrayal. You know, the Ten of Swords is a painful ending. And you're going to feel like you've been kind of knocked off your horse here, you know. But you're going to get back up. It's going to give you the fire that you're looking for to push you into a direction that's new for yourself. Okay. I'm going to get some more tarot. Some more oracles to get some advice on this. Very interesting. These are called the Soul Helpers. Soul Helper oracles. These are newer. Thought these would be useful for Sunday reading. So this asks for help. There's a level of asking for protection of others, but there's a level of there being free will here, and that's that decision of I think what you want for your future with the Two of Wands here. Can I have advice with Pile 1? Wow, okay. Look at that. Number 24, which is number 6, the Lovers. 2 is about the decision. 4 is about your foundation. It says the tree of wishes is calling your name. An almost forgotten wish will now come true. Spirit's help pushing. Okay, this whole overall message, guys, Spirit is actually coming down here with their big giant spirit hand. They're scooping you up from wherever you are, and they're catapulting you into a new direction. And this could have been something that you've wanted in the past, but you've kind of like left alone because you were worried about what you were leaving behind. What they're saying here is that you need to look at this as an opportunity to kind of move in a direction for yourself that is the almost forgotten wish. It can finally come true because of this. Even though it's coming in a way that's kind of painful, it's gonna put you in a place where you can have a true stability. Okay. Number 26. The love of your dragon reaches out to you. The rim of your truth is opening up. This is this Queen of Wands energy that's here, guys. There's a side note here for some of you that if this Queen of Wands is this other third party, if you feel like that's something that's there and you already are picking up on that intuitively with this High Priestess here, that there's been some kind of tower moment or something that's coming where this person, this King of Pentacles, has had some kind of ending with the Queen of Wands kind of energy where they weren't successful in that, where they fell off their high horse a little bit. That person kind of moved on past them or something to this nature. Something's here in the background of this. Then this is a call for you to acknowledge this inner knowing that you have as your intuition and how that kind of is really coming online. Do you know what I mean? You're really starting to get more in tune with your own intuition there. Your truth is opening up here. For others of you, for those same scenario, Queen of Wands here with this, the love of your dragon reaches out to you. This is about you finding that courage and strength, that inner courage and strength to be able to open up to what your truth is outside of everything else, and what you want for yourself moving forward. Finding balance and peace there. Look, it's the card that's the back. Success and happiness are coming. Enjoy and celebrate life, number 36. Yeah, and that's Jade, guys. The bottom of the deck says the number 17, flames of desire. Let them shine out in radiant light and shun dark paths. Okay, so with that Ace of Wands that we saw earlier, what's going to happen here is that it's going to bring up some new feelings of inspiration. That's why that Queen of Wands is there. This is heavy Queen of Wands energy here as well. This is that prideful energy, you know? This is gonna make you kind of just pick up yourself from wherever it is that you are and push you in a direction where you want to be successful and you want to be able to kind of celebrate life. You're not gonna see it in the moment, but this is why this is coming out. You're going to use this energy. You're going to reset your mind to remembering that maybe this was something that you desired that you forgot about, and you're going to take it and run with it again. You're going to find this. It's going to be like a rekindling, you know? Whoa. We have breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Be still. And seek. And they're calling on, this is another call for help here, guys. Ground yourself. Another tree as well. Ground yourself. Okay, let me read these and then we'll get a postcard from Spirit. Breath. The breath is the vital bridge between the body and the soul. It's the connection between the inside and outside, connecting you to the universe, spirit, and the divine source. The breath permeates your entire being with prana, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything in the universe. Seek. The power of spirit exists in all things. Everything is made of energy, and every single thing in the physical world contains a fragment of spirit, including you. We are all one with spirit and always will be connected to one another. There's something to do with you still having, I think, here's the thing. This could be a home as well, guys, that you're conflicted about. This Four of Wands being in reverse this is an upheaval. And something to do with you knowing that everything's going to work itself out. Stepping into faith is really important here. It's like they're wanting to say you just can't see it right now, but if you could, you wouldn't choose it any other way. Have you ever been in situations like that before where it was hard as hell, but you know what? I wouldn't go back and change a thing. So this kind of feeling is going to take place. It's going to give you some drive. True love. Your wholeness and safety lie within, not from a partner. I think that's really important. Your wholeness and safety lie from within, not from a partner, because I think that you may have been reaching out to someone here for a while, wanting something with this person. But this solventarity actually leads to the deepest intimacy for you to stop using others. Let me stand on my own feet, dear Lord, and know true love. This is about you. I mean, just what it says. It's about you kind of taking control of what it is that you want for yourself and what it is that you need for yourself, and not kind of trying to find that in someone else, but knowing that you have everything inside of you to create what it is that you need and want. Okay, guys. Dearest to you, miracles never run out. Look back over your life and you'll see so many moments of synchronicities when all things, all the right people, the place, and the right opportunities in the right time just showed up without any of your help. Think back to how you felt just before a miracle happened. You felt like you were giving up. But it was more like a gentle surrender to whatever was about to happen. Oh, that's so relevant here, guys. We want you to know that miracles are being conducted for you and you will never, ever run out of them. You just don't get to choose how they come, who will deliver them, when they'll show up, or what they will do for you. All of that is in our department. Remember what we talked about that spider web? They're telling you here that same scenario, guys. I'm going to read that one more time. It's so important. You just don't get to choose how they come, who will deliver them, when they'll show up, and what they'll do for you. All of that is in our department. Spirit knows what is best for you and what wants to be expressed through you. You are incredible and amazing and a magnet for miracles. That could be a good mantra for you today. We're on it. Relax. If you only knew how much you were loved, sigh. Guys, that's awesome. Fits with your reading so good. Okay, So there are some charms in here. I kind of put some, there's just a couple of them in here I got from my goddess box, plus initials. So let's see. I kind of want to get some key cards too. Let me do that. Wow, y'all have some really good ones. Okay, you have the butterfly, right? And the whale's tail. So this is about you moving in the best direction for yourself. You know, the whale's all that loving energy, that big giant loving energy, and this talks about this love for yourself here and transforming. This is something that's going to transform you into this butterfly kind of energy, into this awareness of who you are. But you have to have strength and courage with the line. You have to be able to have strength and courage. Heavy Leo energy, that's been coming out a lot in my readings lately, because Leo talks about creation, and it's always in my readings next to the Empress, and the Empress is creation. It's heavy about you stepping into this belief in yourself, and it's like we're just now in the Aquarius season, and it's like setting certain kind of goals of what it is that you want in your life for yourself, and moving in the right direction here. You have that crossroads here with this, sitting at that crossroads, and you have the number 3, which is growth, and also the Empress and Tarot coming together, everything kind of coming together in the way that you need. We have D, O, S, dose, another O. We have F, U, N, fun is right here. We have a K, we have R, S, G, A, N, C, and T. We have can right here. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Don't tell yourself you can't. Look, it's right there. Can't and can. Can't's the real, what does that guy say in that movie? What is the name of that movie? The Politician, something like that. It's so funny. It's a very vulgar too, so if you're not into that, don't watch it. But it's hilarious. Can't's the real bad word. That's what he says. Something like that. Anyways, there's something that you're telling yourself you can't do, and you can do it. We have frog here. That's about taking a leap. Or frogs. You're being called to take a leap in a new direction here, guys. What else? There's something here. I know there's something here I'm missing. But I'm trying to hurry at the same time, so it's really throwing me off. Something to do with the end, though. We have food here. Okay. We have rant. Somebody may go on a rant. Be prepared for that, guys. We have grant. You know, it talks about a wish here that you've wanted. We have sucks right here. This may suck. It's weird because there's just the food sucks. And you may rant about that. How funny. What you're getting may not be the best, and that may be something that you're ranting about. How funny. Good is here as well. Good fun. Ran. ran from good fun. I'm having fun spelling this stuff. Stuck. Yep, you're stuck. There's tuck here, and I just heard in my head tuck and roll, which is kind of making me feel like this is gonna hurt. You know, it's just tuck and roll. Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave you here. Crazy fun reading, I guess. Y'all let me know. I also see duck in the bowl. Duck. Maybe you should duck. Maybe you should duck. Don't duck. Something else that's here, by the way, I'm looking at. Okay, so I could keep going, but I'm gonna leave you here. Thanks, guys, for being here. I hope this helps. Good luck to you guys with all this. And yeah, that's all I have. So thanks, guys. Thanks for your love and your support and all your kindness. And I hope to see y'all soon. Bye. Hey, pal too. So if you chose the Fairy Tale Oracle, or Tarot, this is going to be your reading. So I'm going to go ahead and put Tarot aside, and I'm going to shuffle out all of the Oracle cards that we're going to use. And if you want to go ahead and skip that, that's fine. If not, I'll see you in a second. Okay, pile two. So we're going to start with this one first. This is the Moon Witch Oracle. You have the Sun. Find a balance. There's a call here for you to find balance in whatever kind of clarity that you're holding on to. Finding balance within yourself. Finding balance within things coming to light, or seeing things, or the choices that lie ahead of you. Finding balance in making those choices. It's almost like they're asking you to find a balance within what it is that you want, and an understanding of what it is that you want. There's something to do with these three pyramids here. I mean, these are three foundations, so it could be like a Three of Pentacles. So what it is that you want to develop, work with, commit to, move towards, build. What it is that you want to build for yourself when it comes to a foundation. Finding balance within that. You also have purity. So always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it you will find the answers to your questions. There's a call here for you to, it's almost like they're saying to make a decision based off of what feels right in your heart, you know. Always trust in the purity of your heart. There's a call here for you to trust in that whatever's you're feeling in your heart is something that you need to do, or you're having a hard time, or maybe you were having a hard time trusting in your heart. This purity in the Sun, these are both kind of very innocent kind of energies, about being kind of aware and wanting to kind of move forward and come clean, or kind of purify yourself in a way where you feel better in your emotional side of things. in your heart, following your heart, understanding your heart, and moving in a new direction that you know, you feel like it's going to bring you some sort of a happiness or joy, or most importantly, balance. And you also have, look at that, wow, the joyful. So the Sun in tarot is the card of joy. It's the most positive card in the deck. This is the number 42, which the number 6 is the Lovers in tarot. But again, that number 4 talking about foundations, and 2 about making a decision about your foundations. The affirmation here is, I know that the purpose of life is to be happy and live purposefully. What the world? Purposefully. I kept wanting to say purple. I don't know what the heck, guys. That's just weird. But I mean, you see all the purple on my desk. And this card is purple too. So that's the third eye. This could have something to do with just you knowing that this is kind of the direction that you need to take. Wanting to kind of, it's almost like you can foresee this in some kind of way. I don't know. It's kind of different what I'm feeling. It's like you've seen the light of something or someone, the innocence or the purity in something, and you want to kind of build a foundation off of that, but you have to make some sort of decision here. But you have to also kind of choose happiness for yourself and choose to follow your heart. And I think that that's something that's hard. You're trying to find balance in that. Why is it hard? Tarot will tell us that. Knowing that the purpose of life is for you to be happy, but I think more importantly, to live with purpose. To live with purpose. Okay. I just heard in my head not doing something that's just temporary. You have the World here in the Page of Wands. You're closing out cycles here. You're growing. You know, there's an energy here of growth. There's an energy also here of you being honest. Can you tell me more about pile 2? What do they need to know? What's the message they need to hear? For pile 2, what's the message? Queen of Wands, which is that Sun energy. It's Leo energy. It's creating something. It's almost like you're being called, and it's also that children kind of, you know, it's the 5th house, it's Sun, and it's almost like you're being called in a way to stand up and kind of move towards the sun, move towards your happiness of what you want. The Page of Cups in reverse. There's an expression of emotion that's here. Page of Swords in reverse. The Star. There's a wish that's here. There's one more. Woo! Tower. Why is the Queen of Wands here? The 10 of Wands. There's someone here that's laying on you, or you just may feel if you feel like you're the Queen of Wands, you just may feel like you have a lot of responsibilities, or there's someone here that is a heavy responsibility for you. And kind of, I was fixing to say moving away from that, but this is you moving towards something. Why are you showing me this? Six of Swords in reverse. The World. Yeah, this is literally you moving towards something that maybe you thought was, you've had conflict with that in the past, and you may have moved away from that, and now it's like you need to go back to that to close the cycle out, or you did, and for some reason that may be a burden on you. Or now this person is a burden on you, or now you're moving away from that. Is a burden. It's just heavy. Why is the Page of Cups here in reverse? The Ace of Wands. You are emotional here about this. It's almost like I don't think that you're quite sure how to express this new beginning here. This opportunity to have a new beginning. Tell me more about the Page of Swords in reverse. Whoa. There it is. This is the Three of Pentacles. This is what I picked up on in these pyramids here. You don't know how to communicate what it is that you want. Why is the Star here? Magician. That's significant of you trying to manifest some sort of wish for yourself. With the Towers here. Why is the Tower here? Whoa, I'm not doing that. I'm trying to get away here. Give them all to me if I need more than one. Why is the Tower here? It's straight up here. The Lovers. This is the choice. Guys, you could be choosing someone here. I mean, this is the Lovers upright. You're manifesting this person, manifesting some sort of wish. Choosing this, though, is going to cause this Tower moment. Making this choice here is going to cause this Tower to come down. There's a cycle that's needing to be completed here. It's like you moved away from it, you've been conflicted about it, and now you know you need to go back and heal things. Let's go back through this. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands with the Ten of Wands. Okay, so there's something here that you feel like you have to defend. And that's part of that burden. It could be that you're afraid this person could be guarded or have their... Tell me more about the Seven of Wands. Wow. You have the Six of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. This is something that you want to triumph over. You want to defend something that you feel like is very valuable to you. You want to be successful in this. Ten of Pentacles. You want to defend this. This is putting up a fight. And you're putting up a fight for your Ten of Pentacles here. Recognition and the value in something. I think that's part of the Sun, the clarity that you've gained. Tell me more about the Six of Wands. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles. You have this recognition here of something that can bring in balance for you, where you can be successful when it comes to the Ten of Pentacles. And so why is the Ten of Wands here? What's the burden? The Page of Wands. Communication is the burden. Communication is what's so hard. I just saw the sun. See? I'm not going to take it though. We'll see if it comes out. Why is the Page of Cups in reverse with the Ace of Wands? Oh. This is you turning something around. And it has to do with the Page of Cups in reverse, which is someone that's, it's someone that doesn't handle their emotions very well, didn't handle something very well, and that's something that you want an opportunity to change. Tell me about the Page of Cups in reverse. Justice. You want to justify that. You want to justify yourself. What do you want to justify here? You want to change. Look at this, because this is something that has you worried or stressed, and you want to come out of it. It has to do with the message that you put across about yourself, about you getting away with something. And how that maybe made you kind of look or seem, and you're wanting to kind of justify that. Seven of Swords, you know, and come out of this anxious energy that you're feeling. Why is the Page of Swords in reverse with the Three of Pentacles? This is, again, this is you wanting to fight for something. I mean, you're conflicted about working together here, committing to something. Tell me about that. Five of Wands. The Queen of Swords, you're worried about rejection. You're worried about this person cutting you off. Look at her. She's like, but look at this. Look at her. She's like, but look at all this. You're worried this person's kind of seeing the communication and the emotional part of what the message that you've sent from that as conflicting. Like you aren't seeing something in the right way, or you're making them seem like something in the wrong, it's something that just didn't come across very well, and you're afraid now that this person is seeing you differently. They're not going to work with you or want to commit to you in some kind of way, then they may actually kind of cut you off, and you're conflicted about how to kind of communicate what it is that you want because you're afraid of this rejection from this person. Why is the Queen of Swords here in reverse? Whoa, okay. It flew right on there, the Empress. There is this heavy energy of this person, you feeling like this person is someone that doesn't need you. Look at this. You see the way she's turning her head from this? This is like you... For some of you, kind of getting rid of some conflict here. That there's rejection. I think that you're worried about someone cutting you off that is important to you. I mean, it's the Empress. You know, that's divine feminine energy. It's also talks about there being something that's being created. These cards, it's like having someone here that you care about, you coming across to that person in a negative way and needing to go back and kind of balance out that. But you're worried about communicating. Why is this star here with the Magician? What are you manifesting? You have some kind of wish here. Oh. This is independence. This is abundance. This is having everything that you need and being able to accomplish what it is that you need for yourself and still have still being in a position to where you are abundant and secure. Also kind of, I mean, there's an idea behind this that you want this other person to kind of recognize your worth as well. Your wish here would be to manifest your own abundance or independence. What does that have to do with this? The Nine of Pentacles, what does that have to do with that? The Seven of Cups. You want to have options. Your wish would be to have independence within yourself, abundance within yourself, and choices for yourself. Tell me more about that. The Knight of Wands. That's a player energy. That is an energy of that's someone that, you know, it's hot and cold. That's someone that's still contemplating, are still kind of in a place to where you're being a Knight of Wands. I mean, you're still in that player kind of energy, or in that energy of kind of hot and cold, or wanting to kind of move towards things that you desire, that you want, you know, in that kind of way, but wanting choices there, and your own independence is your wish. You want options. Why is the Tower and the Lovers? Okay. Well, I did tell him to give me whatever. We have the Hierophant in reverse, so this is something that's completely different from what you've seen yourself, I guess, kind of being in. You have strength here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. This is a choice. You're choosing your fortune. This is what you want. This is the same thing we saw here. This is happiness. The Wheel of Fortune is your destiny. It's happiness. It's getting kind of what you want. It's being fortunate. And the strength behind that is it's like you've had patience here. There's something else with this. You've worked really hard on this opportunity. This is something that you don't want to be flexible in. This is weird because it's the Tower and the Lovers. You feel very strongly here that this is a fortunate kind of opportunity for you. And you don't want to drop the ball in that. When it comes to the Lovers, you don't want to cause destruction here. But it's the Hierophant in reverse. And there's that there's the Five of Wands, and now you have the Five of Swords, and you have this, yeah, look at this. And there's your King of Cups. With your King of Pentacles in reverse. And there's the Knight of Swords with the Fool. You're someone that doesn't take chances without knowing that there's something there that's going to be productive for you. And this is part of that. You don't want to lose an opportunity to have someone there. But it takes you, this is going to take something out of you. You don't feel like you're at a place to where you have everything that you need. You may be someone that has been dishonest about how you feel with this King of Cups here, holding back your emotions, and that has been something that's been kind of a struggle here that you want to let go of, conflict here that you want to resolve, make amends, and it's the Hierophant in reverse. I mean, this has to do with something that's out of the ordinary, you know? So what's the point of this reading with advice? Maybe you needed to hear that in that way so you can understand where you are mentally. What is it? Oh my gosh, I was fixing to ask why the Empress was here. And there's the Emperor. This could be a divine counterpart. This is what this is. What's the energy between the Empress and the... Okay. Look, the Ace of Cups is in reverse. There's a lack of harmony here when it comes to love. Tell me about the Ace of Cups in reverse. The Six of Cups. There's a past here. Okay. So the energy between the Emperor and the Empress is the Ace of Cups in reverse with a soulmate. Tell me more about this. Ace of Cups in reverse with the soulmate card. And the truth about that. For some of you, this is the truth about a past that you share with this person and the emotions that are there. There's a truth that's being held back. And this is what is laying on you. Why is the Ace of Swords in reverse? And seeing this in a different perspective. Death is in reverse with the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups and the Chariot. There's the Fool and the Queen of... Okay, the King and Queen of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Okay, you have two counterparts out here as well, which I'm not surprised. When you have a divine counterpart out here, that means you're kind of equal on all of the kings and queens, you know, you come together in all of the elements. But with that being said, you do have the King and the Queen of Cups upright here, but you have the King and the Queen in reverse when it comes to the Pentacles. So there's something about this, the grounded part of this connection here, where there's not an equal give and take, which is part of this here with the Six of Pentacles that's taken place. Then you have the Fool, which is being afraid of taking a risk, or wanting to make sure that there's something there to catch you. Taking a risk and walking away is something that's here. And the Chariot, so that you can kind of figure out where your emotions are, so that you can move in a positive place with your emotions. With your emotions with the Queen of Cups. And the truth of that, and being honest about even changes that have taken place because of that. Knowing that that's something that you want to hold on to. When Death is in reverse, it's saying, I don't want this to be over with, you know. I'm holding on to something that is falling apart. Being honest with yourself that you are still holding on to a Queen of Cups in some kind of way, you know. Wow, that's so interesting. So we have the King, there's two kings in this deck, and you have, again, the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups, which these are the more playful, less straightforward kind of kings, you know, to me. They're the character instead of the actual boy or man. And when they're in reverse, it's like you've been holding back here of how you're feeling, wanting to come out of the cold in a situation, but being afraid that something's not going to transpire in the way that you want. Things not making sense, not fitting right for you, being rebellious and doing something out of the ordinary here. Making amends. Fighting for something as well. Okay. I spent enough time on that. Let's get some advice. There goes my voice. What's the point here, Spirit? Hold on. What's the advice? The King of Pentacles in reverse. Not feeling like you have everything you need. What's the advice? Wow. The Knight of Cups, which is that offer. The Ten of Cups. And you have the King of Wands in reverse. Holy crap, there's a lot of kings and queens, I guess. So why is the Knight of Pentacles here for advice? The Hermit. Why is the Knight of Cups here for advice? The King of Wands again in reverse. Being focused on what it is that you want. This here with your heart is something else that just keeps coming up. Focus on your expression is what they're saying. Focus on your emotions and how you come across, how you express your emotions. Keep that in control of how you express your emotional self. And it's weird, but it's kind of what they're saying here with this King of Pentacles in reverse with the Hermit in reverse is don't overthink it, or don't try to ground it so much. When you're expressing something of your heart, which is here, it's coming through your heart. It's coming through your emotions. It's not coming through something that sometimes makes sense. They're wanting you to kind of, don't try to control that so much. I know I said to control it, but it's like, don't try to ground it so much. The understanding of it, just kind of express is what they're saying. Stay focused on what you are expressing. Why is the Ten of and the Chariots here? more emotion. Focus on moving in a positive direction when it comes to your fulfillment here. This is spiritual and emotional fulfillment. So stay focused on what it is that your goal is, or what you want, what your wish here would be in all of this. Emotionally for you, what would bring you the most happiness here, and stay focused on that idea. Why is the King of Wands in reverse? The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This is about you not trying to control how this is taking off, how this opportunity, missing this opportunity. Don't let that kind of take control of you here. Tell me more about that. Why is this Ace of Pentacles in reverse with the King of Wands? Look at that. Don't let the thinking about this ending here, okay? This opportunity not taking place, not being successful, not having courage in this, and ending it, or it ending. They're wanting you to stay away from this energy, right? Yes. Focus on this Four of Wands, this union, this harmony. Focus on the things that would bring you, they're saying stay away from this Ten of Swords. Focus on this, what brings you happiness. It talks about it here as well. I know that my purpose of life is to be happy and live with purposefully. Live purposefully. This is this here. This is what they're saying to focus on. Whoa. And the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords is here. Something it is here that you've been driven or focused on. Isn't the direction that I think that you even want to be. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Fell right there, didn't it? The Knight of Swords in reverse. Don't focus on something that didn't work out for you in the past. That's over. Whatever that was, it didn't play out in your favor. Whatever that was is done. And they're telling you, if you want to be successful and harmonious here, if you want to have a solid new start and bring forward some sort of communication, you need to look at whatever happened here for you that didn't work out, or that you weren't honest about in the past, or something that was here, as you can change this. You can still change this, is what they're saying. That's what you need to focus on. This ending, or this betrayal, or whatever this is something that can still come together. You can still have a new start here from that. Why is the Ten of Cups in the Chariot here? There's a decision that you're making here. The King of Pentacles in reverse. Again. This is weird, but it's almost like you're walking away from something that you thought you wanted. You're sitting at a crossroads and you're trying to figure out why you want to move in the direction that you do and what's the purpose behind that. This is someone that's choosing their emotional self over Pentacles. Again, I'm getting this imagery here of knowing that This is something that you're not going to be able to just be grounded in, this decision. It's a decision from the emotional space. And you may not feel grounded in making a decision about your emotions here. Maybe something that you're not used to. You're used to making decisions based off of stuff that's grounded, you know, or logic. This is a card of balance, though. The Two of Swords, balancing out what it is that you want in your happiness. Look at this. The Three of Swords just showed itself. Balancing out the separation, the sadness, the loss, the heartbreak. Why is that here? Three of Swords. You have the Five of Cups, disappointment, and a coming together in a union, and a friendship or a connection. Could be a third party type thing. With the Queen of Wands. Remember, we started with the Queen of Wands, the other Queen of Wands. And I talked about that here. There's a dishonesty, I feel like. For some of you, you've been dishonest here about a separation with someone. Reuniting or coming together that you're disappointed in, it didn't work out. And now it's like you're making a decision to choose your heart over logic in a way, you know? Tell me, what was this disappointment? You had to walk away from this. This could have been someone that you had to walk away from in the past. And you feel bad about that. There's remorsefulness here. Why is the Knight of Cups and the King of Wands in reverse? Okay. So the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Hierophant in reverse. The Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups. This is something that you couldn't ground. You couldn't bring it together. You have this inner knowing here that you want to, this is again a card of choosing happiness. This inner knowing of choosing happiness. Becoming aware of this frustrative energy of how you're kind of moving forward and wanting to make amends here. There's your King of Cups again. Giving up this fight, this internal battle of your emotions, I think is something that's heavy here. It's like you're letting go and you're allowing yourself to feel this Ten of Cups. You feel like you're in control of what it is that you want. But there's some remorsefulness about separation here, heartbreak here. And moving away from something that you were dishonest about in a way. Maybe it's just to yourself. Let's get some advice. Man, these readings have been really crazy. Advice for pile 2, please. Oops. I have a lot of cards that just came out. Okay. Enter the temple of your truth and learn to value it. Well, if that doesn't sum up this reading, and you'll never believe it, but this is the number 19, which is the Sun in Tarot, which is what we started your reading with. Enter the temple of your truth and learn to value it. This is about you acknowledging what your actual truth is, of what it is that makes you happy or that you want, and actually kind of valuing that truth that you have, that you carry. And not trying to kind of close it off or hide it or be ashamed of it in some kind of way, you know, but actually valuing what your heart is kind of telling you. I almost feel like you broke your own heart here in a way. Because you didn't want to be honest with your feelings. But then you have, it's time for a change. Didn't I say that with one of these cards? The King of Pentacles. Do not wait or put off decisions any longer. And this is the number 5. This is all this that we've seen. You needing to make a choice to transform something, knowing that something needs to change here. And it's something that you can't keep putting off this decision. You know that you need to kind of do this. You feel it intuitively that this is something that you need to, you have clarity here now in this, in your truth and what you feel. And you need to, it's time for you to change that. It's time for you to make that decision. So you can't keep putting this off. I think there's a fear here too of you putting this off. And what that will end up doing for you, what you'll end up losing in the long run. Your deepest desires constrain you. Let them go to clear your mind. This is the number 6. There's something to do with what you have in mind as far as your own independence or even what love means to you, you know? Whatever your deepest desires are, it's almost like this sense of you having this control of what it is exactly that you want and how you want things to work out for yourself. And knowing that those desires or whatever that is something that is restricting you to kind of let those things kind of go and clear your mind so that you can bring yourself back into balance. The deepest desires that you have of how exactly you want something to kind of work out or play out in your favor, how there's a heavy sense of you trying to control kind of your feelings or how everything kind of unfolds. I feel like this is you kind of understanding your own emotions and what they mean to you, why they're there, what they are, what the feelings that you feel are, how you feel. And it may be very different. Love may feel very different from what you thought it was. Interesting. Okay, so advice, please. Spirit message advice. Whoa. Self-sabotage is here. These just came flying out. Self-sabotage, trust, and inspired passion. Trust in your drive. Trust in that fire that you feel. Trusting in, for some of you, this desire or this passion, you're learning about, I think some of you are learning about what the meaning of love and lust are. Okay. I'm going to start with self-sabotage because I think this is a really important lesson here for you. When you learn to get out of your own way, there will be nothing stopping you. And this is that sense of control that's coming in that we talked about. Most of the time, it's not others who prevent you from achieving your true goals. It's the inner voice that derails the carefully woven plans. Trusting within yourself. Learning the value in trusting within yourself. Trust is here. While your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe or more familiar, but you could be missing out on the boundless opportunities and so much more. So there's this idea that it's time to make that change and shift your perspective of how you're seeing things. And I think you've already done that, but now it's kind of playing that out. But this is about you kind of stepping, like we talked about, away from your logical sense and trying to dictate what direction you should be kind of going in. trying to make yourself kind of fit into a certain kind of way, you know, but now it's like trusting in your inner compass, your inner guidance and what it's telling you. And you have inspired passion here. Life devoid of passion can bring a boring, uninspired blank canvas that slows down the soul. Now is the time to regulate your passions and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you with all that is sacred. There's something about all of this, and a person here, this Queen of Wands keeps coming up. The Queen of Wands is a energy of passion and drive and courage and being inspired. And there's something to do with someone kind of getting you out of that or helping you in that direction, but there's been kind of conflict associated with that and the meanings behind that and what that means and how that sits with you and all this other stuff that's kind of taking play. This could just be you yourself, you know, and how you feel. Okay, let's get a postcard from Spirit. And then we'll get some initials to close. Call to Spirit. Message. Hidden treasure. This is like what I'm feeling. It's seeing the value in something, whereas before you didn't see it because you weren't opening yourself up to it in a way. And it has to do with your emotional self. It's not because so much that it wasn't there as much as it was that you weren't allowing yourself to feel it, you know? Take flight. I thought this said hidden treasure. That message needed to come out. Take flight is you making that decision. But dear you, there is always more to one side of an argument, two sides if not more. To every story and hundreds of ways to be right, be different, be at odds, and so on. Today we suggest that instead of looking for differences, you find a meeting place of agreement and approach this experience with understanding and compassion. Seek common ground to understand how another person thinks or how an alternative path may be laid. Stay out of judgment too. Observe, discern, but accept that others have different stories, circumstances, and journeys, and some people might refuse to remain open to another person's point of view. No matter what, you've been presented with a great opportunity to explore the new way of doing things once common ground is reached. You're attracting people and situations that enrich your life and bring you wonderful things to learn. We love you so much. There's an idea here, guys, that you have someone or you could have, you know, you could be moving in a whole new direction for yourself and leaving things that don't serve you anymore kind of in your past and not feeling so connected to those things anymore. Not sabotaging, but trusting in that feeling that you're feeling of wanting to kind of move towards, move in a certain direction. You know? So that's here. So let's get this. I'm going to get some, I'm actually going to get y'all some key cards. I didn't get pile, I said I was going to get some in pile 1, but I didn't. I am appreciated. Include. Be honest. Look at that. Sabotage is here again. That's something that you need to be very careful with. And I think that's something that you're trying not to do is sabotage something here with someone. But including them and being honest with that you appreciate them or you appreciate them or something. Or what this has brought you or where you are. Okay, so we have the mushroom in the bowl, which is significant of shadow work. This is the call here for you to recognize your own truth and recognizing your own shadows. recognizing the way that you've sabotaged things, or how you've kind of, this here, it talks all about it. Being at odds here, or not being able to see someone else's point of view or perspective, but leave judgment kind of out of that and focus on, first and foremost, you should always try to kind of judge yourself before you kind of judge someone else. Really, we shouldn't judge anyways, but it's that understanding, not so much judgment. And I think that you're figuring that out, how to understand yourself and how you feel and why you feel the way you feel before you try to understand how someone else is feeling. Because you have to understand that about yourself first before you can understand it about them. So we have R, maybe, R, N, whoops, F, came flying at me, N, J, C, we have A, L, Q, I, V, and U. We have ran, so maybe this is something that you've ran from in the past. Maybe you've ran from your shadows and now you're having to face them. We have can, so you can do this. And we have FU here. What else? We have fail. So it's like you don't want to fail, right? I don't know why I'm hearing questions and answers. You're wanting questions. You're wanting to ask questions and get answers, or maybe you've been doing that. Maybe you've been questioning things and you have your answers now with that sun energy, UV. It's like you can see things clearly, right? You already know, the answer. We have fun here as well, which again, that's you kind of choosing happiness or being in a more playful energy. Cain is here, C-A-I-N. May be important to somebody. What else? That may be something that you've been afraid of, in a way, that Cain energy. That's in the Bible, by the way, if you're wondering. I'm not going to talk about it too much because I know not everybody's kind of in that, but that name, you might look that up in the story of that at least. That's something that may be kind of sitting on you or weighing on you. And it has to do with judgment. That self-sabotaging energy here of not trusting in yourself. Not trusting in your inner temple. The truth that you carry and being valued. Valuing yourself and your own experience and your own truth. Okay, guys. So I'm going to leave you here. I hope you enjoyed this reading. It's a long one. Hope it helps. I'm going to hold this up so y'all can see. There's not a whole lot here, but here you go. So thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for all your love, all your support and kindness, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Hey, Pile 3. So if you chose the Moon Witch Tarot, this is going to be a reading. So I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to go ahead and quick shuffle all the oracles out, and I'll see you in just a minute. So y'all got 2 cards here. You almost had 2 here, but I only took one I saw. I didn't see what it was, but it's one that's turned up. And then this one here almost tried to show itself to me too. But I'm not gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at these first. These are the Moon Witch that matched your tarot deck that you chose. Okay, so we have the Balsamic Moon. Things come and go, surrender to the universe. I hope I'm saying that right. Things come and go, surrender to the universe. You also have True North. Oh, stay true to yourself. So this is pretty obvious here that this is kind of insinuating that, I mean, all these piles have been about choices, but staying true to your true north, staying true to yourself and what it is that you want for yourself here moving forward. Knowing that there's things here in your life that are going to come and go, and you have to kind of surrender to that. You have to kind of surrender to that, knowing that everything changes. Nothing stays the same. And following what you feel like is true for you. And playing that out. Shine from within. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. Oh, that's very significant here. There's a really overall message here about you staying true to yourself and your own worth and value and what it is that you want for yourself, and moving in that direction based off of your self-acceptance and revealing your true beauty of what you represent and who you are from within. There's heavy Empress energy here, guys, heavy Divine Feminine energy here. And it's so crazy that this flower here is this flower that's on top of her head. It's also this flower here. Looks just like it. It's not the same flower, but it looks like it. You see? And it's giving me this heavy Empress kind of energy. You recognizing your own worth and value, guys, is really, really heavy here. It's like you really need to go within and understand that the beauty that you have within you and what it represents for you and what it means to you. And if there's things here that you have to let go of, things here that come and go in your life, it's not at all a representation of your own value. And staying true to knowing that is what's going to lead you in the direction north. It's what's going to lead you in that direction of the direction you're meant to go, your purpose, your true north. Listening to yourself and your own inner compass here in your worth. In this, you also have, there's some sort of journey. There could be someone else that's here. There's ancestral energy that's here, by the way. This could be kind of an ancestral line that you're kind of breaking as this. I just heard putting others above you when it comes to your value and what you bring, what you have to offer. There's an energy here of giving and receiving. The leaders. And number 5. I know how to lead because I know what needs to be done. This is about you understanding how you need to be able to pick up the torch sometimes and lead in the direction that you know is going to cause some pain and going to cause some turmoil, but it's something that's needed for you. This is kind of what Spirit's bringing to the table here for you, is to kind of use this energy, like this Aquarius energy, that here we are sitting in this Aquarius season of kind of seeing through authority, seeing through a sense of values in what's valuable to others versus what's valuable to you, and staying true to that if that is something that's different. Heavy Hierophant energy here with this number 5. But also kind of being in a place to where you're acknowledging that and you're wanting to play out the best truth for yourself, even if it gets to the point to where it could cause some sort of you having to let go of things and surrender to a situation of what is, so that you can allow like these things to come in. But there's a sense of you having to step up and be that leader and actually pick up that torch to carry forward, and needing to do that in this for yourself, knowing that you have this value within yourself and you can do that. Pick up that torch and just walk right onto something. Knowing that your energy and your light and your beauty and everything it's something that comes from within inside of you. And it takes a lot of leadership and strength to be able to recognize that and not allow the other things, these other influences, outside influences, this kind of moon energy, this fear of others, kind of deflect that internal true north that you have, of the direction you know that is best for you, you know you need to take. And being that leader for yourself and doing it, it takes strength. You know how to lead in a direction because you know what has to be done or what needs to be done. And for some of you, there's someone else that's here that is walking with you in this. That's not going to resonate for everybody, but there's someone here that's walking with you in this. This could be just an ancestral thing for some of you. Like you're not in this alone, what you're doing, taking the lead here, making this decision because you know what's best. There could be someone around you that's in this similar energy here. These two are walking together, and he's the one that actually is carrying the staff, but he's leading. It's like divine masculine energy. He also has the axe in hand. So this is the one that's cutting out things, taking the lead and cutting some things out. And she's following him. For some of you, this could be just your higher self or your, spirit that you feel guiding you in a certain kind of direction to cut things out. The things come and go here, and it's almost like no matter where you are in your life or what experience you have, all that stuff around you comes and goes. Everything kind of comes and goes. It's about, with those things coming and going outside of you, it's like a tree. The inside of a tree. Even though the weather and seasons and things kind of change on the outside, the tree changes even on the outside. It still grows. It doesn't change the inside of it. It doesn't change how it grows. It doesn't change how it evolves. It doesn't change how it values itself. It wants to kind of get bigger, and learn and grow and all this. This is the cycle here. You're closing this kind of cycle out with being able to recognize that within yourself. And I think that it's really, really important here in this next phase, because there's things here that you're going to have to kind of release and let go of and surrender to what transpires. This is spirit kind of preparing you for that and telling you that you have this, you need to understand this, whether this is you or someone else, you need to understand that you know how to lead, because you know what needs to be done. You know what needs to transpire. And allowing that to take fold is what they're saying. Don't let it mess you up on the inside just because the seasons and things are changing around you on the outside. This is this lesson. Okay. What else do you want to tell us for pile 3? You have the Page of Swords, and you have this Knight of Pentacles. It came out kind of like this, but I want to take it upright. I feel it. The Knight of Pentacles should be in reverse. Don't give up on yourself here. This has been a hard experience, but they're saying don't give up on yourself here. Be honest with how hard this was, or be honest with how you want to proceed forward and what you want for yourself. Don't be a fool this time in this. You don't have to be. That's the thing, is you don't have to be a fool this go. It's almost like you can jump knowing what's there. I feel like you've been down this road. I keep wanting to say you've been down this road. You're different now. There's a difference here. And keep going. The Hierophant in reverse. This is this going outside of authority, like we talked about with that Aquarius energy. Kind of being somewhat different, unconventional, you know? That being different than others, being that you are accepting that you are different than others is something that's really big here. Accepting your own authenticity or your uniqueness that you have, which we all do. We just don't accept it. There's a huge bluebird at my window, guys. Oh man, there's been so many birds lately. There is a huge blue jay. It's on the very top of a tree right outside my window. And now it just took off. And it went to another tree. Guys, the reason I said that the way that I did is because it made me think about the tree I was talking about and how there's someone else I feel like here kind of with you, either just in this reading that's coming through or someone around you that is some sort of stability or support to guide you kind of in the right direction of feeling free with yourself and who you are and your purpose and what you represent and your value and the beauty you have within, that has led you or taught you into being able to be expressive with that. I think that we all, could you imagine if we all were just kind of, we didn't have, like, I understand that, I mean, I do believe that to a point that there's some sort of judgment that's, you know, that's obvious, that needs to take part in some sort of structure. You know, we have to have structure. We have to have a solid kind of foundation to build. But if we could all just be more authentic and true to what our true north is, then I wonder how things would play out, you know, because whatever it is that we feel internally that we are, who we really are inside, if we really all played that out outside without any insecurities and things, I always think about how the world would kind of come together. It would be kind of crazy, you know? It would be so much different from what we experience now. And everybody fulfilling what their true purpose is because they're being authentic to who they are. How important that would be. What would that look like, you know? I mean, there's so many questions that go into that. But this is what this is. It's like someone has kind of led you into this place through the darkness. Through the darkness. This is divine masculine energy. This is the Hierophant energy. cutting things out around you that you know aren't okay or not right, and standing up to that is something that's really big here for you. Standing up to that authority is something that's here, and allowing yourself to do that. Not kind of buckling down because someone else is telling you that it's not kind of the way to go or the best decision. This is what you've learned here through this experience, is a way of listening to your own intuition and your own true north, your own compass, in order to create a solid decision for yourself moving forward in what it is that you want outside of this Hierophant, outside of these restrictions. It's unconventional. So it's not a leap. It's not a risk, is what they're saying, because you know who you are and you know what direction you need to take. This divine masculine energy I'm picking up on here, over here, guys. It's like when you have a feminine and masculine energy, the masculine leads like the feminine into the darkness and then leaves her. I know that sounds so bad, but on the journey of you know, if you're on this journey, you know what I'm talking about. The masculine leads the feminine into the darkness. So a divine counterpart has led you into a place of darkness and left you there. And it's created this new amount of strength inside of you of how you see yourself in your own authenticity that has reached a point of surrender. Surrender to the universe. And allowing things to kind of pass through you or around you like that tree. And adapting to it in your life and releasing it so that you can create new things for yourself. The feminine has to pick up the torch and carry on by herself in that. You know, in the dark. And then she makes the way, she does that and finds a way for the masculine to meet her. And I think that's what I'm like picking up on here. It's very strange feeling. Look at that. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to come back to these, okay? Why is the Page of Swords here? Heavy Taurus energy here, by the way. You have the Two of Swords in reverse. Being stuck on making a decision. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here in reverse? Finding balance there. The Devil in reverse. Releasing the stagnant energy that's here. Releasing this kind of guilt or blame. Releasing where you are, why you're here. Something you've been very stuck on. It's like you're starting to kind of get away from that. Where is the Fool here in reverse? The Knight of Wands. You're not being fooled by this Knight of Wands here anymore. You're not being fooled by this kind of quick coming in this kind of way. This is something that didn't play out here for you in the past, being in this kind of energy. There could be someone here that has been stagnant, or you're seeing yourself from being trapped with that person and doing something their way or their direction or whatever that is, and you're changing that back to realizing that you don't have to take this leap. I'm sorry if y'all can hear my stomach growling. It's hungry. Breakfast. It's breakfast time. Why is the Hierophant in reverse? Oh, maybe you're not hungry for this person in the same way that you were because of the stagnant energy that's here. This here. You feel like there's been some things that these are kind of also those insecurities, you know, that codependency that you felt is something that you've walked away from here. You've gotten away from that. And making a decision here, I think, is something that's hard, but knowing that you have to be true to yourself is here as well. Stay true to yourself is what it says. You have the Ace of Wands here in reverse for this Hierophant. This could, some of you, this could look like you don't have this desire to have the same kind of commitment or to have the same sort of conventional kind of experience, you know, with this Ace of Wands. You don't feel like this drive to want to have this anymore. You're seeing something different. The Hierophant could be commitment, it could be marriage, it could be anything to that kind of sense of authority that you would follow, your morals, some kind of values. You're not looking at that in the same way. You don't have the same kind of drive for that anymore. There's something that you want to be different, and there's a lead that needs to be taken here when it comes to that. Why is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse? The Temperance in reverse. You don't feel you're in a way of, you don't feel like you should be kind of giving to a situation the same, because there's not a balanced energy there. You don't feel balanced about the Queen of Pentacles is someone she's very loving and nurturing. It's a different kind of way from the Queen of Cups. This is something that's very grounded. Whereas the Queen of Cups would sit and listen and give you comfort and support, the Queen of Pentacles is someone that would give you what it is that you needed, regardless of what would transpire. She does it in kind of a loving way of, this is what you need, and this is how it's going to kind of transpire here. And this is what you've been kind of thinking about. It's the same energy that we get from here. You needing to kind of take the lead for yourself, to get yourself back into balance internally, is this. Sagittarius and Taurus energies, I think, pretty relevant here. Also Aries, which has to do with yourself, first house energy. And the Devil's here in reverse. That's Capricorn. What is this Page of Swords and this Two of Swords here for? The Two of Pentacles in reverse. You're having a really hard time making this decision, but there's some kind of communication that's kind of coming through that's going to kind of put you into this place of where you've been juggling kind of things that you need to let go of. And it's going to make you like almost have to make that decision. Things coming and going, and knowing that you have to kind of just make that decision just to, it's like, this is a Two of Swords that's a Two of Swords that sneaks up on you, you know? Like, here I am, time to make a decision. Two of Swords is here. What is the Two of Pentacles in reverse? There they are, the two decisions. Let's see. The Page of Wands and the Eight of Cups. This is insane. This is a decision to walk away from something that you've emotionally invested into. Or this is a decision to, I mean, this is coming in the way of a Page of, you have the Page of Swords here, so the Page of Wands. There's some good news or something here about this walking away from something emotionally. What is this here for, this Page of Wands? I mean, yeah, Page of Wands. What's the Eight of Cups? The Nine of Pentacles. Something, looking at walking away from something as good news so that you can find your own independence here, your own financial security in what you have around you. Looking at it in that way is something that's here. Not just that though, being able to have everything it is that you need. So here's the thing, I feel like you're gonna have to be faced with a choice. There's 10:10 on the timer here. You're gonna have to be faced with a choice of walking away from something that is not emotionally fit for you in some kind of way. But it's coming in as saying that this is something that's good. It's gonna inspire you. Why is this 8 of Cups here? The 8 of Pentacles. Something that you've been working on, something that you've been you've been making progress with. Tell me more about that, 8 of Cups. The Moon. Okay. You're getting past the fear here. You're seeing past the illusions. That's the good news. Something is going to be, I feel like, you've been working on your shadows here, you know, and you're capable of seeing your own value here, and that's what's kind of changed this whole thing. That's the good thing that you can look out of this when it comes to making this decision. You've been putting the work in on walking away from things that don't serve you anymore and getting past that fear of letting things go. This is what you need to kind of be experiencing here, and this is part of making that decision that's there to, this is it, letting go of things. Being honest with yourself. I know that kind of came out fast all of a sudden, but you have the Emperor and the King of Cups here. It just decided to show itself. So there's your divine masculine energy and a King of Cups, Scorpio energy. This is it, guys. This is you walking towards, for some of you, this is just your internal divine masculine energy taking the lead here. But for others of you, this is you being in this, I mean, this is someone else. Like I said here, I told you I was feeling an Emperor energy, divine masculine energy. Someone here taking the lead on their emotions. Someone that's been trying to kind of walk away from things emotionally and working on themselves as well to see this independence or abundance. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? The World in reverse. Sorry, I know I just got really stuck because there's two things that are in my head. But before I say either one of them, because they're both sensitive, I'm going to get a World in reverse. Okay. Something's not coming together, or it's not manifesting in the way that you wanted it to. I think that there's a lesson behind this. And I think it has to do again with your worth and being able to find that. It's like, even though that you're in this Nine of Pentacles, that's what you've been kind of missing. That's why you haven't been able to close the cycle out so far. Is because you haven't recognized what your worth is, and I think that's something that you're stepping up to the plate in. And what's happening, for some of you, what's happening is being able to recognize that. There's someone else here that has recognized that as well. Tell me about this Knight of Pentacles in reverse with the Devil. Justice in reverse, yeah. There's an energy here of you knowing that you not being able to move forward here in a certain direction is, hold on. You're seeing past this devil energy. You know, you're seeing past your fear. You're breaking away from your fear of not getting justification here with someone. You're not thinking about this as in waiting for this Knight of Pentacles to come in. You know, you're releasing yourself of that karma from that. Waiting on someone else to kind of come and save you in some kind of way. And kind of leaving that in the past. This codependency here, you know. This karma is what's coming into play. This is a closing out of a karmic cycle. So why is the Fool here in reverse with the Knight of Wands? The Three of Wands. There's someone here that I feel like's waiting. To take a leap. There's something here that you've been waiting for. I feel like as well. And it hasn't kind of it hasn't unfolded in the way that you thought it would. I'm heavy. This is someone that's waiting for an opportunity here to take a leap. Tell me about the Hierophant here in reverse with the Ace of Wands in reverse. The Hanged One in reverse. There has been an inability for someone to see something in a different perspective. And I think that that's what's changing. This is what the cycle is that's completing here. Is that there has been that inability, but that's what's going to be spoken. That's the message here about. Tell me the Queen of Pentacles in reverse with the Temperance. I'll come back to that. I want to get this first. The Five of Swords. Something that has been conflicting here is that internally this has not been feeling right. Giving in a situation here has been something that has not been feeling right. This is about other people too, by the way. Bringing up conflict with others. Something that's out of balance internally when it comes to this Queen of Pentacles being here. Whoever this is that you have conflict with, or you could, about something grounded here. Someone that's grounded here in your life. Or if this is you, it's you and the inability to be able to give, so you don't feel kind of right here internally, and you're conflicted about that. Tell me more about that. Why is this Five of Swords here? The Three of Pentacles, a lack of commitment or working together. Lack of being able to bring things together. Why is the Three of Pentacles here in reverse? Ooh, that came right flying over. Six of Wands. Being successful when it comes to commitment or bringing things together. And now you're conflicted here because someone that's here may not be kind of giving to you in the same way. Maybe throwing you in imbalanced, making you feel imbalanced. For others of you, this is wanting to triumph over something that didn't work out, that you feel conflicted about, but you know you need to kind of internally stop kind of giving to that situation because you know it's throwing you, you know what it is, it's throwing you out of balance. That situation is not in balance. Tell me more about this Temperance energy. For some of you, this is, okay, just threw it right at me, the Knight of Cups. Right before I said that, they're like, well, no, here. This is about an offer, an emotional offer. This is about a romantic offer, guys. Here, Knight of Cups. That hasn't been kind of feeling quite right in some kind of way. And you're conflicted about that. For some of you, this is someone that has seen something in a different perspective of how they can triumph here in a way. Tell me more about that. What's coming towards pile 3 currently? The Knight of Swords in reverse, getting out of this energy of sleepless nights and anxieties, getting past this. That's the energy of things coming and going. What is coming towards pile 3? Healing, getting your emotional self back into balance. Forgiveness and healing. What else is coming towards pile 3? The Ace of Cups in reverse. This is self-love. Why is the Nine of Swords here? The Ace of Swords, something that you've been unsure of is coming towards you. There's something that you can't see clearly. You've been kind of keeping you up. You don't know the truth of this. It's coming towards you. It's going to bring you clarity, or it's going to, there's some kind of dishonesty of some sort, or something to this nature, okay, that you just cannot see. Cannot see what that is, what direction you should take. And it's causing all the stress and anxiety to take place. And maybe something you intuitively already kind of know, but you haven't been able to know if that's a fear, an illusion, or what. Why is the Ace of Swords here in reverse? The Eight of Swords in reverse. So good news is you're coming out of anxiety. They want to make sure that you know that. I don't know. I guess maybe they don't want to tell me what that is. But why is the Three of Swords? This is forgiveness. So what's that about? Ooh. An ending. Healing something that was an ending here, and coming out of that here is what's here. This conflict that was brought up when it comes to working with someone, and then someone coming in here kind of offering balance in a way of understanding that's going to bring you in. You're going to be able to heal some sort of ending here, where maybe you felt like you were betrayed from someone in the past, and there's going to be some sort of healing when it comes to that. If that's not a karmic cycle coming back around to play out, you know? Why is the, with the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords, why is the Chariot here? It's going to put you, the Nine of Cups, you're getting some sort of wish fulfillment out of this. That's going to put you into a positive direction emotionally. If you've been experiencing a lot of sleepless nights, worry, fear, pain, all this stuff that's here, it's going to be a complete turnaround from that. But why is the Ace of Cups in reverse? The Seven of Wands. Defending love. Something worth fighting for. The Seven of Wands is a love worth fighting for. The Seven of Wands is a card of defending yourself. You know, all these other people with these wands are here, and she's defending herself, feeling the need to defend herself. With this Ace of Cups in reverse, somebody feeling the need to defend their love, whether that's you or someone else. Why is this? Who's the Seven of Wands? The Five of Cups. Feeling bad, feeling remorsefulness, feeling disappointed in how something worked out. Wanting to defend that because they feel disappointed in how something kind of worked out. Why is this Seven of Cups here? Remember, this is what's coming towards you, okay? Okay. So communication with the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Wands. This is someone that wants to communicate that this is kind of a burden that they've been carrying. They feel remorsefulness with this Ace of... What's the Ace of Cups in reverse? The Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Swords. Something to do with feeling fortunate. That's going back to something. This could be a relationship that didn't work out. Tell me about the Six of Swords. Okay, oh my gosh. They're filling me up here, guys. So, the Four of Cups here, sitting and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking about something. The Three of Cups, so this could be third party. This could be a getting together or a friendship or a bond, a supportive energy that's here. Thinking and thinking and thinking about this supportive kind of, or other people, you know, this supportive kind of energy that's here, or what this friendship it means, or something to this nature. With the Three of Cups, this union. And the Nine of Wands in reverse. Letting go of others and realizing that you want to go back to something that is valuable. That's what the communication is. That's what this burden is. Nine of Wands. The Page of Cups in reverse. This was something that was done out of... Why is the Page of Cups here in reverse? The Ace of Pentacles. This is someone that's wanting kind of a opportunity here to make up for something. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles, freedom. Something that they've been holding on to. This is what's coming towards you, remember. The Hermit in reverse and the Four of Wands in reverse. The Two of Cups in reverse and the Five of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. What you're investing in, the difference is in defending what it is that you want to invest in here. When it comes to disconnection and the lack of harmony that's bringing is something that you or they've been kind of thinking about and wanting to release themselves from that feeling. There is a familiar or repetitive kind of message that's been coming through in these readings. In a way, of course, we just, like I said, started Aquarius season, so this is about rebelling against things and moving towards your true north, you know. I guess I want to see what this person would say to you. So So this could be you or them, I guess, depending on how this reading's coming out for you. How could you ever forgive the mess that I've made? That's what this means right here. That's why I laughed. That's exactly what this is in tarot. Painful memories. I can't express myself. Will this pain ever stop? I wish to be like you. This is someone that has a hard time expressing themselves. I can't make you happy. There's a lot that just came out. You're so different from everyone around me. That's that Three of Cups that we saw. Life without you feels hopeless, black, and hopeless. What did I say that was? Dark. I guess. Depressing. Life without you feels... Life without you is hopeless and dark and depressing. I miss your light. This is this here. You're different from everyone else around me. Why do I feel so lost? Guys, I feel like this is someone that's kind of struggling because they need like your emotional support, but they don't know how to really kind of ask for that. And I think they've kind of got themselves into a place of not knowing exactly what it is that they really want, and how to kind of express that in some kind of way. Don't put up with my BS. Why do I feel this? Please do what is best for your heart. Yeah. This is someone here that's struggling in it. Let's get some of these oracles. These are the Soul Helper oracles that I just got. This reading took me on so many different directions. I don't even know what's up from down. I tell you, I'm tired and hungry, apparently. My gosh, you're gonna tell me how this resonates. This feels like a divine feminine masculine reading, to be honest with you. Divine counterpart, whether it's divine counterpart or twin flame soulmate. Significant closing out overall of a karmic cycle for both of you in very different ways. And I feel like someone was someone else, and then someone just, it's internal, like the divine feminine energy would be internal. And, but internal for both, you know, of course. But a new direction is being placed, moving forward in a different or unique kind of way, unconventional, with that Hierophant man in reverse, and someone taking the lead on that and cutting certain things out is here as well. Letting go of the old and allowing yourself to open up to something different and following your true north. Have the courage to be free. yeah, that's what I was feeling. This is number 28, which is 10, which is about completing a cycle. Know that freedom begins where desire ends. Yeah. Stop kind of feeling this place to where you're just desiring a certain kind of outcome for yourself or for this, and just kind of swing. Swing in a direction that you want. This could be someone that kind of swings back and forth in and out of your life, or their energy or thoughts of them. You're really opening yourself up to surrendering. Someone's surrendering over control of outcome, and someone's surrendering over, I feel like, emotionally in a way. Did I say that in the last reading? Number 13. Rise above the dark days of life. Do not fight them, but have faith that the light will always return. This is what I talked about the journey of walking with the feminine masculine energies, and how he leads her to the darkness and leaves her there. And she has to pick up the torch and find her way out. or find her way back to him, or wait until he kind of sees her and recognizes her worth, her value, and returns in a way. But she has to have that courage and strength to step to face the darkness, so that she can return back to the light. Crazy card. The number 13 is death and tarot, Scorpio energy. That's about I desire, which is funny because it says here, know the freedom begins where desire ends. And it's life and death. It's ending something and starting a new cycle. Release your creative energies. Number 7, make use of them in your life. This is about gathering your emotional self and aligning with your purpose, and knowing that you have to follow your inner compass for that, and knowing what is your heart energy versus your desires that you have, knowing the difference between that light and dark and what that means for you. Okay. A difficult path is being revealed. Ask for help and learn that we are all connected. This is the number 14, which is temperance. So creating that stability within, asking for help. Pile 1 got something similar. Asking for help with that is something that's here, and not having to be in this energy of doing it alone. This is an unfamiliar territory that you're coming in. This is something that is different and unusual from what you're used to. And it's going to be kind of a journey. So hold on. Feelings. It's focused on feelings, okay? Emotions want to be felt. You really can't surrender something until you deeply feel it. I think that there's someone here that's been trying to surrender their feelings, trying to let go of something, and they can't, because it's not going to go, it won't go away until you finally feel it. Just like anger's not going to go away, it's just going to build until it finally comes out. Any kind of emotion you try to hide, it's going to be very difficult to do that. I think there's a realization of that coming out to play, and about surrendering that over. Until you deeply feel it, allow me, dear divine, to offer all emotions to you, feeling them fully, so that they no longer hold me captive. And this is this kind of drive that's backing this up, about not allowing your feelings to hold you captive anymore, but kind of moving forward with them. Okay, so let's see. Okay. I'm going to take this one. I'm not going to take these, even though it says seek in gratitude. So being thankful is something that's here. Being grateful is something that's here. Not just thankful, grateful. Grateful for the journey itself and the experience, and understanding how that shaped you is the reason that all this is kind of transpiring in the way that it is. I want to get a different card for you guys. I'm going to pull one of these. So find your center. Your outside world is a reflection of the manifestation of what's going on inside of you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that the anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? This is what this is about. Coherence. Number 13, again. And you also have Cosmic Flower, number 18 at the bottom. This is about someone or something around you that you feel that home with. It's always going to call us back home, right? Our true north is always going to call us back home. So coherence. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequencies of the heart with the frequencies of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. This is about you having this rebirth and putting the frequency of the heart and the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality of what it is that you actually want. This is what you're coming online to. This is that divine masculine energy I'm picking up on, okay? This is what you're kind of taking control of in your life and in yourself and the situation of what you want. Super interesting reading, guys. Very long, super interesting reading. Okay, postcard from Spirit. No way. I just want one. Okay, well, they're like, no. This is the one you need. And it's got the divine masculine stag on the back. You see that? You are beauty. It's funny. That's what we picked up on here. Shine from within. Your beauty. True beauty shines from within. Dearest you, the common saying, be in the world. Wow. We have, you're outside the world, is a reflection of a manifestation of what's going on inside of you at this time. And now you have, the common saying is, be in the world but not of it, and wear the world loosely. Refer to the need to be engaged with life while not being attracted to a specific outcome, which is this whole surrender energy that we feel. Do not take this world too personally, for you are one of many co-creators here to play, and that we have many ideas about how all of this should play out. Just know that the outcome doesn't matter as much as the presence that you bring to each experience and how you let yourself flow through life. There's a real freedom in knowing and accepting this. So will you wear your world loosely, or will you let it straitjacket you? It's your choice. Whatever happens, have the courage to keep trying to live as you are meant to, your true north, yep. And when it comes to manifesting, don't worry about the how or even the why. That's surrender. We have that covered. Everything is going to turn out exactly as it should. Spirit has a plan, loving you always and forever. This is about allowing things to unfold in a way that naturally, and just kind of being authentic to who you are in the process. And yeah, surrender. Trust in yourself and feel it. That's awesome. I'm going to leave that there. I'm not going to get any more from that. That's kind of awesome, isn't it? Okay. So, lo and behold, you have the divine masculine staff. Antler here. So there's that, taking the lead. You also have a leap of faith with the frog. Frog came out in the letters in pile 2. That might be important here for you, that reading. Then you also have the whale tail, going with the flow of things, going with the flow of your feelings, that being the whale, water energy here. You also have the Pegasus. So it's like going in a direction of the unknown, but having the courage to do that, and kind of something that's completely different. That's kind of Aquarius energy I was talking about. And then you have the crow here. So seeing something in a completely different way, seeing the future in a different way is something that's here even. Third eye energy, using your inner guidance there, what you know, or you feel like you know. And wisdom. And then you have this huge dragon, which could be facing your dragons, facing your fears, and then you have X, E, this could be an X, just because those are the only letters here like that. You also have R, A, so you have R here. You have O, C, D, and A, code. You're a code. Finding the right code for something is here. We have dare. That might be something important to you. Dare. X factor. You know, like face your fear. What else? We have doe, which is funny because you have the divine masculine and then you have the doe, divine feminine energy. We have what else? Do. I feel like there's so much more here and I just can't see it. So I guess I'm not meant to. I feel like there's something staring me in the face, but I'm not putting it together. You know what I mean? I feel like it's right there. I just can't grasp it. Okay, I'm just gonna stop here. Maybe that's just not meant for me to grasp, or maybe meant for one of y'all to acknowledge. So I'm gonna leave here. So hope you enjoy this reading. Hope it resonates. Hope it makes sense to you guys moving forward. Good luck to you guys with this. Kind of a crazy reading, but putting it out there. So I hope it resonates. Thanks guys for being here. Thanks for all your love, your support, and all your kindness. And I hope to see you soon.